Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about those upcoming snowstorms. There's been massive developments, and they look more major than ever on today's and yesterday night's model runs. Anyway, before I get into this video, be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. For today's comment of the day, I want to know, how much do you think is the maximum amount of snowfall we'll be seeing with this weekend's snowstorm? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Let's get straight into this video, and we're taking a look here at the current radar imagery. And clearly, we have a big storm up here in the northwest that's taking place, mostly rainfall, but for some mountainous regions, we are seeing some snowfall. There's some miscellaneous snow showers up there in the upper Midwest, the northeast there, which is very cold. Then we have some rain showers down here for the south central United States, Texas, Louisiana, and then even southern Florida getting a little bit involved with some rain showers there as well. I almost said snow showers, absolutely not, but we are seeing some rain showers for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our northwestern region of the United States. Let me just zoom in here. We are seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall here for Washington especially, but a little bit of northern Oregon as well. And then we're seeing these areas here for the northern Rockies, seeing quite a bit of rainfall and snowfall depending on what spot you're in. So we're seeing two areas of precipitation here that are quite moderate to heavy, I would say, especially this one on the western end. I would say is the more heavy one, but it's all headed in this general direction, maybe a little bit like this, but regardless, these areas are going to see precipitation at some point here. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these snow showers and rain showers going on. We have seen an area of snow showers, very, very light, going on from Fargo down through Minneapolis. They're heading in this direction. Now, to the south in Sioux Falls, Cedar Parks, probably later on, Cedar Rapids, we're going to see that head about like this. And that is much lighter than even the snowfall to the north. So I'm making this video really early, by the way. I've had like 2 mistakes here already, so bear with me. I got up pretty early this morning, so making this video at a good time, but my mind, I've only taken a few sips of my coffee. Okay, guys, we've all been there, right? Okay, snow showers up here in the northern regions of New England, as well as the northern regions of New York, kind of coasting through. Very, very light, probably not bringing too many impacts, and probably you're going to wake up and not even notice that it even happened. You're going to be much more shocked by the temperatures when you wake up. Let's take a look here at these showers down here in Florida, and these are kind of moving. What's interesting about Florida is they can kind of move the opposite direction of what you would think from east to west here. These are moving in, as you can see, kind of doing a little bit of rotation here in some spots, but regardless, these areas so far have been impacted by some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms, but only time will tell if those will come on shore a lot or not so much. Now, we are having some rain showers down here for Louisiana and Texas here, as you can see. Very, very light, not very impactful, and you might wake up to a sprinkle, especially I would say by the time everybody's waking up, it might be more in this region that you could be waking up to some lighter to moderate showers for sure. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on and we're going to take a look at that model guidance because I'm so excited to show you guys the trends with this snowstorm. Now, here we are taking a look at that modeled guidance. As you can see, we're here on our European model and we're moving through with this. Let's just take this a little bit later on. You see we stay in this very, very quiet pattern. Very boring, very quiet. We just see trough in the east, ridge in the west, nothing really going on. Let's just continue this on. So everything's get a little bit interesting. We see our first storm develop offshore. This one does not connect. This is Thursday afternoon time frame. That heads up the coast, but you see it does about nothing. So this is gonna, well, not quite like that. If it did that, it would actually be impactful, but it heads off about like that, and then we see nothing end up happening. Let's zoom into the east here, or actually we gotta watch in the north central United States because this is our kind of next storm, and this one's going to do about like this. See how it's over the east coast? That's the problem. We are expecting major mixing issues for these regions, and then these areas is going to be the all snow area. That's kind of what the models are trending at this point. Let's watch this play out heavy snowfall for this whole pocket in here, where we see this one come down, really. So that is going to be impactful there. Now we can zoom into the east to get a little bit more of a detailed look. So let's take a look at this. Deep south, northern deep south states seeing some wintry precipitation. Very interesting scenario here. This is where things get interesting now. Now we're expecting some ice potentially with this one. Very significant freezing rain potentially. And for this region, this would be absolutely crippling. You would much rather see snow in these areas than freezing rain. Everybody kind of knows that snow is well easier to deal with than the freezing rain. Very terrible. Very terrible. So let's hope that does not happen. But that does kind of fizzle away, and then we get snow on top of it, which is odd. Usually you see snow and then freezing rain, but not this time. So we see the low pressure system centered about like that. We see pretty significant snowfall taking place already in here, and this is by the time we're reaching about 11 p.m. on Sunday. That's going to be January 16th. And as we move this on, again, like I said, it kind of tracks just about like this over the East Coast. So this keeps all of these areas in the rainfall. And we see most of that snowfall taking place a little bit further inland. This track is not too far off from Winter Storm Jonas, if you remember that. I think that was, what year was that, 2016? Obviously, we're expecting about a third of the snowfall with this storm than Jonas, which was a historic snowfall, by the way. Snowstorm, major snowstorm. We see a 983 millibar low pressure center right here taking place. And this brings snowfall to very similar regions. You can see the bullseye is almost similar to Jonas, which was right about there on this European model. It's looking like the same thing. And then this one heads straight up into New England, also bringing very significant snowfall to these regions as well. So once that one's all said and done, here would be the total snowfall. Very significant snowfall for all of these regions in here, as you can see. Straight up like that. So a very inland snowstorm. The coast really misses out here, which, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed about that for sure. So I'm with you guys. But this area really just does not get much. And that seems to be what these models are really keying in on. So there's no denying it. Freezing rain total. Unfortunately, this model is calling for a lot of freezing rain, especially in this spot that we indicated here. Really a quarter inch, 2/4 of an inch, or sorry, 2/3 of an inch. Then we see all the way up to about an inch or even more. This model is indicating the maximum is an inch, 1.26 inches. Imagine that. Over an inch of freezing rain on everything. This would be devastating. So we have to hope that that is definitely not the case. Now let's continue on with this because we do get that clipper system that moves through. We do get more opportunities at coastal storms. They just don't connect. So you see this one's so far offshore. Look at how far off that is. We would want to see this much closer to the coast to really bring anywhere in here snowfall. So this is just not close enough at all. And that's the end of the model run, January 22nd. Now let's go ahead and try to take a look at the GFS here. Storm number 1, same story. Offshore doesn't bring any impacts. We see this one diving down. We're seeing it diving down before our eyes. Let's continue this on. This one develops that significant freezing rain in here. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Very significant. Then there's a snow rain, freezing rain mix in here kind of taking place. Messier storm overall in the GFS model. We see this freezing rain tilt up into Virginia actually. So it's quite significant what's taking place there, just like the European model. And look, this goes all the way up the coast because our low pressure system, look at how far inland it is. The European model is probably about here. So you're talking about a huge difference there. We're still seeing significant snowfall here, but it's followed up by rain. So this would be a much less major solution, in my opinion. Let's take a look at that total snowfall. And it's spottier, but we do see pretty significant snowfall still for all of these regions in here. You can tell it's still much more inland than what the European model is calling for. Now, freezing rain total. This model also calls for an inch plus just a little bit further north. With it for sure within those regions, but this would still be a very impactful solution here. Let's keep going with this. Yeah, so no more snowstorms on the horizon, although you don't always see these that far out, so it doesn't really mean much. Let's take a look at our Canadian model now. Canadian model, first storm. we do get some snowfall with this one on this one. This is 72 hours out. This is going to be Saturday or Friday evening kind of time frame. We do see some snowfall there for New England. Here's our storm right there. Let's continue this on. And developing a lot like the GFS model here. We have heavy snowfall in there, heavy snowfall in here, heavy freezing rain taking place in this same exact region, unfortunately. Very, very heavy. And look, this one takes it all the way up into Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This one has that inland low pressure system just like the GFS model showed. And it takes it kind of like that, whereas the European model had it much more like this. So that's a huge difference there. Okay, that is, you know, I got to say that's at least 100 miles. Possibly more difference there. So that is a significant difference. And you can tell we have a major winter storm up here still, regardless of what the model is calling for. We still see that major snowstorm take place. Although on this one, I would say it's the least major with just over a foot for most of these regions. Still getting maybe 15 to 20 inches in some of those spots, but it looks the least major. And then a foot plus in here as well. Some 10-inch amounts in here, also in here. But let's take a look at that freezing rain total. And yeah, look at that. Over an inch. Look at the maximum. Over an inch. So that's a concerning trend to see all three of these models calling for over an inch of freezing rain for Georgia, the Carolinas, and maybe even Virginia. Very concerning here. That is not what you want to see from these models. But we will continue to keep you guys up to date. For today's confidence tab, we've actually upgraded to a 3 out of 6 because you notice all the models agree. All the models agree, so that's why we're able to keep our confidence tab so high there for you guys. I asked you guys, how significant do you think this storm will end up being? And James Marr said, I believe the snowstorm Saturday through Tuesday could be very significant for the Midwest and the East Coast, but it's still very uncertain because it's track sensitive, and that is for sure. It could definitely shift over time, and that would cause the definitely for a different solution for sure. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Nagel, Larry LePan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Connors as well. I would also like to thank our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Conley, Noah Harley, Michael Kudelesa, Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Bill Dallas, Gary's, and John Calisi also. I would also like to thank our channel members, Catbite, Stephen Finn, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.